should all be seated on stools or high chairs. They should each have their scripts on a music stand or lectern. The other characters, some of whom only have a few lines, may be standing or walking around the staging area.
As we know, each play has characters and a setting, just like stories we read. Playwrights often explain their vision for the stage in a section of the play called staging or stage directions. Let's look at what the playwright describes here. Who would like to read the first sentence?
I will. Staging. The four narrators should all be seated on stools or high chairs.
Good. What do you notice right away?
Well, there are four narrators, and usually stories only have one narrator.
That's right. This play will have four narrators. Do you recall the role of the narrator?
I think the narrator explains what's going on in the play.
That's right. A narrator can give important background information to help the audience understand the story. What else do you notice?
The narrators are sitting together on the stage.
Yes, the playwright has placed them on the stage. Since there are four, we might assume the role of the narrators is important in this play. What else do we learn about the narrators here?
Well, the text says they should each have their scripts on a music stand or lectern.
So each narrator is sitting behind a music stand so they can read the script. But what is a lectern?
A lectern is a reading stand that holds books or papers for someone who is speaking.
How do they know which to use? Music stand or lectern?
Good question. The playwright is making suggestions, but ultimately leaves it up to the director of the play to choose the furniture on stage, just like the choice between using stools or high chairs. Okay, now let's read the next line.
The other characters, some of whom only have a few lines, may be standing or walking around the staging area.
What do you notice about this stage direction?
I picture the characters in the play walking around the stage and the narrator seated behind them, reading.
So let's try to visualize the stage. What might be the reason the playwright suggested stools or high chairs for the narrator?
Oh, so the audience can see them behind the actors walking around the stage.
Exactly. The playwright places each of the players in specific parts of the stage, so the audience is able to see all the actors, including the narrators. The playwright is also making room to create the setting.
What is the setting of the play?
Another good question. We don't know the setting yet. That's the place and time in which the play takes place. While the staging refers to the way the actors are set on the stage, we'll have to read on to learn the setting of the story. Great questions and great observations.